March 6th, 2022. That was funny with that skull ring guy. And he passed right by my house too. He knows where I live. He was ready to go to Dunkin' for me. Oh, he was trying to follow me home that day, but I stopped him. Like, he got very angry and he left. Kept looking back at me, doing the stupid hand signs, trying to put witchcraft on me again. The devil always sends his minions to come after us, But that's why I pray every day. Pray every single day. Read this book right here. I gotta get a new cover for it. I just gotta get a cover. So I was home, but I wasn't gonna go out early. I had shit to do. I spent the day with my family. We went out. We just stayed out all day, and by the time I got home, I didn't really feel like going to Dunkin'. It was funny though, because we're all in the car, we're passing by Dunkin', and he's standing there, just smoking a cigarette right in front of it, and he's looking. He was looking for me. I'm like, oh, that's the guy that was trying to follow me home a couple weeks ago. And they all looked at him, my whole family. I was like, yep, I told on his ass. Oh man, last week I should have videotaped this thing. I want to try not to get him on video, like his face, because I think he's a teenager. I don't know if he's a teenager or in his 20s. Anyways, from the other Dunkin', this kid used to come in. I think he's a teenager, I'm not sure. And he would always act weird, like always doing something weird. I thought he was doing like perp shit, Turns out he's just a weird kid. And he would always do something weird. He would come in, he would go in there with his phone. And, he would laugh, whatever he was watching. Nothing wrong with that. But he would do some weird shit. Right before he would walk in, he would do something weird with his hands. One day I saw him lick his phone, so I'm like, what the fuck? What is wrong with this kid? So, I think it was Friday. Friday, I went to Dollar Tree. As soon as I turned that block, somebody was waiting and smoking pot with red shoes, bright red shoes. Like, I stopped because my back was hurting, so, I stood by the wall, whatever. She was right there, like in front of the funeral home, smoking a doobie. Red shoes. Red shoes. Every fucking person I saw had red on that day. But it wasn't extra blatantly obvious, So when I went into the store, I didn't get harassed or anything. But when I came back, I'm about to go to bed. But when I came back, I saw this same guy, the same kid, whatever the heck he is, waiting at the corner. I guess he lives on that block, flailing his arms like a whack job, just waiting for the light to turn green to cross the street. So as I'm walking towards the corner, I see him, walking already to that corner. He's flailing his arms like Wonder Woman, and like he was doing karate at the same time. And I'm looking at him like, oh, I remember this guy. He's the phone licker. I couldn't really say anything or take my camera out. It was too quick. Like, he was doing that and he already crossed the street. And he already, flew down the block, so. But, I'm like, alright then, It's like, this is the neighborhood. And then I see the other wacko from the week before. I went to the local deli that they just put in. It's not really a deli. It's just like a little convenience store. One side has all the hookers, hookah, whatever the fuck it's called. All the bongs, which I don't know how the hell that's even legal. It used to be a little grocery store. It said they gutted the whole place. Like they have beer and all that kind of stuff, but it's mostly a vape shop. So at that look, there's a little tiny sidewalk to stand in front while you're waiting for like the cars to pass. There's no light there. I think maybe there is a light now, but it was never a light before. It's kind of dangerous though when people speed up in that area. There's a tiny piece of sidewalk, but this guy, I guess he lived in the neighborhood and he was acting erratic, like he was high on something. Him too, he was doing the Wonder Woman, but he pointed at me too and then did it. So like, okay, he's definitely doing that to me. So then I get to the store. I do what I had to do. There was nothing to buy. There's one thing I was looking for. I found it at Walmart actually. So I just bought it there. But that's why I didn't get really perped that day either, which was good. I don't really get perped until I'm with my family. That's what I noticed. And the thing is, they do get perped. They just don't realize what it is. You know, they just go about their day. That's why we really should start doing that. I digress. So I come out of the store. He's standing in the window, you know, like blurting something out to himself. Higher on his ass. So I was like, oh, fuck it. Then I walk in to the corner, and this guy comes out of the apartment building, head to toe red and black. And he's singing some stuff, but then he's looking at me. He's smirking like a devilish grin. Somebody get perp. I don't know if you heard me, but I said it. Then I get to the next corner over there, the tire shop, and the guy was singing and like laughing. I'm like, what the fuck? All these devils that came out. And then that was last week. This week I didn't really see it. Not that many perps at all. Like a lot of people were wearing red shoes mostly. But nobody came in front of the camera either. Nobody was doing anything. They're fucking lazy. Step up your game, lazy pants. They live in Lazy Town. You know that show? That's where they live. But that was funny with the skull ring guy. He was wearing the same exact outfit as that 2 weeks ago. Don't you change your clothes ever? Anyways. I got a tickle in my nose, but you know, when I go there now, I'm like kind of looking for it, but not really. You know what I mean? So it's nice because I get to concentrate on what I'm doing. Like when I go pay for my coffee, you know, I'm concentrating. It was nice, you know. I went to sit on the bench there. It was dry. It wasn't raining that day, so I sat there and hung out for like a half hour. And that's when I saw some perps with their red shoes and like a little bit of red sticking out. Not enough to videotape them. I'm thinking they want me to videotape every little thing they do. I'm like, nah. If it's major, then yes. If it's very blatantly obvious, yes, I will tape you. But not when you're doing something weird. But that guy that screamed that day, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he walks past me like nothing happened. Like, okay. Suppose he didn't turn around. That first guy was creepy too, talking to himself. And they zoomed in on the video that I made before I posted it. And it looked like he had a cell phone out, like towards me. Because why would you just stand there if you just talk on your phone? Why would you just stop and stand there and talk to yourself? You know, you wouldn't do that if you weren't a perp. So just, you know, those little things you gotta watch out for. You're not crazy, even though people tell you are. You're not. These are the things that they do to make you go crazy. They want the reaction out of you that they're not getting at home from mommy and daddy. My father wasn't attentive either, but I didn't go out and do stupid shit like these people, you know. Thank God. Thank God I had some sense not to do this kind of stuff. Because it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. They're so stupid. They want the attention so bad. I'm not your mommy and I'm not your daddy, so I'm not giving you attention. You didn't come out of my vagina, so you're not getting attention like that. Screw you. So the recent thing was today was a little recent. The honking of the car, the alarm that went off. And then in my room here, I hear all these freaking noises in the ceiling. Like somebody's doing the do weapons through the ceiling. Like somebody somewhere, I don't know where. I'm sure it's gonna get revealed to me eventually, but for now it's like almost every night, like right before I go to bed. And it sounds like somebody's throwing marbles through the walls and like throwing pennies, and then hitting the pipes with like little hammers. You know when you go to the doctor and they do the reflex on your knee, just like that. It's that kind of a hammer. And it's right before I'm like really getting like into my sleep. So I'm doing that on purpose. I'm thinking it's coming from the boiler room, but I mean it is, but it's got to be somebody on the outside doing that. To the boiler room. The boiler. On the heater. I think they're doing it to both at the same time, so they bounce off each other, the noises. Because I'm the only one that hears, because I'm the only one that knows about this kind of stuff. They don't do that to anybody else but me. I don't know how they're afraid of me, that I know that stuff's happening. Who cares? Why are you afraid of me? But yeah. I hear all the noises again. I don't know if you heard it, but it just happened. Very low this time. So, I think my neighbor Smokey Robinson's doing it. Even though he's foreign, he has big English. I don't know if he would know how to do it, but I kind of think he's doing that. I think he might have the do weapons machine in his house. He has to have it. Sorry, I had a scratch. Someone on this block has that machine. Definitely. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's happening again. And then they have the voice to skull machine. I don't know which person has that yet. I will find out one day. I might just go over there and take a video. I'm thinking the lady with the 2 dogs. She gives us plants now. Dogs that shit in my driveway. I think her husband does something like that. He used to be the only one walking the dogs at first, and then she did it. And she's always bringing a package from her apartment to down the block somewhere. And every time I go past their house, I know where they live because I see the husband in the window. And I see her, walk in with the dogs. And she lives right next door to the guy with the Camaro. And then the other guy that stalks me too. Like, he gets very angry if I don't come outside. He gets very angry. Like one day I went to get coffee, I came back, and he came outside and he was like pissed off that he missed me. That he was supposed to do something, I don't know what, but he got so insulted that I was there already, that I didn't come out right away. And then he was with his daughter, I think, at one point, and I was coming up the block, and he was actually pissed off. He almost tried to run me over too. I was crossing the street at the corner, he was turning. And you didn't see me? I'm pretty big, you probably should see me. I looked at him like, you're fucking kidding? It's just the staring while they're smoking and staring at you. Who the fuck really smokes anymore, Smoking is very dangerous. And it's very pricey. Lots of, very, very, very expensive to smoke anyway. So how are they getting these cigarettes? They get them from the handlers. The handlers have the money, they have millions of dollars. They buy the cigarettes. Probably in those big packs. I don't know how many come in a pack, but they probably get it that way. And they make them pay for it. Or they tell them, oh, you want these cigarettes? This is what you gotta do. And then they make up shit. Somewhere somebody gets pissed off at you or me or whatever, and then they just like go batshit crazy. I don't know why. Whatever. Anyways, there's somebody that's come back to the scene of people like us who I've blocked from my channel, commented on my channel. Yeah, and they're starting shit again and changed their page again and actually put a picture up. So I'm gonna show you guys that. I don't know when, but I'll eventually do it soon. I don't know if you could catch my drift. If you know who I'm talking about, you know, you could leave it in the comments. Oh yeah, that was funny today. The whole family got to see his ass. He was looking for me. He turned around and saw that we were all staring at him. He felt embarrassed. He actually turned around. His eyes bulged out of his head. He turned around. He just stood there though, like frozen. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Just move. That's how you know they're guilty of something. Like, why wouldn't you just turn around and move away, you know, walk away? What's gonna happen if you don't walk away, you know? You don't get your cigarettes? You know, I'm just trying to show you the behaviors of these people. Like, all you had to do was cross the street, stop and smoke, cross the street, do what you gotta do. But no, he decided to stop what he was doing, stand in front of my view, and do hand signals. At least come into the store and do it so everybody fucking sees you. First of all, there's cameras all over that building, all over Dunkin'. There's at least 3 on the outside, on each entrance, the back door, the front door. And there's a lot of cameras inside too, so if he thinks nobody's gonna see it, he's on crack. I like how he thought he was gonna get away with following me home. No. I'm not gonna be nice to you. You don't deserve my kindness if you're gonna follow me home. What the fuck you follow me home for? What are you gonna do? I need you to tell me what you're gonna do. And show me what you're gonna do. Make sure I catch it on camera. Because, you know what? I need the evidence for not even for anything else, for me. Because the cops ain't coming, so. Whatever. I took a trip to Walmart and it was a police car. Parked right on the side there. And then I saw them on the way out. And they left before we left. I was like, oh, there it is. Let me tell you something. If you don't know, if you're not gang stalked, like let's say you have a family member that's not gang stalked, but they drive and you're in the passenger seat and somebody just cuts them off randomly and starts going crazy on the road, or they give them the finger, they go crazy and scream at them, that's a perp. So even if they don't, even if their family doesn't know, that's gang stalking, that's a perp. And he definitely did target you. They walk around the neighborhood. Whoever they're supposed to target, if that person has a car in front of their house, they write the license plate down. And then they find out when you're leaving, your comings and goings, you know what I mean? They drive around in a car, sneaky, or they just walking on the block, but they do it very slowly and sneaky. You know what I mean? They hide behind trees. I know because Jillian used to do that. She used to hide behind the tree. And then she would run away, but she would walk backwards. I don't know if that's a satanic thing, but she would jump out of her skin because I'm there. You know, she didn't think I was going to see her. And she would walk backwards. Like, what are you doing? That's not normal. Why wouldn't you just turn around and run away or something, or walk away slowly? Why would you walk away but backwards? So stupid. Oh, excuse me. Makes no sense. I don't care if you saw my leg. I got no fucking hair. fuck you. Don't comment on things like that. Just listen to my point. The point of the story was these are all gang stalking tactics, and you're better off getting stuff cameras in front of your house. Even if you have, like, I don't even know. I guess if you have a computer camera, you know, on your camera on your computer, maybe you can do something with that where you could catch people. That could be. I wonder. Anyways, I gotta go to bed. But I actually thought something was thrown out my window again because I heard something last week. But it's like I turned around and went to bed anyway, so I didn't want to ignore it. I said, you know what, I'll just check it on the weekend. And I had my camera on me, but there was nothing there, so. Yep. Alright, so I'm going out tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. I'm not going to be home any of those days. But I will videotape it. If anything happens, I will videotape it.